Whew, this is like the third video, and I'm not putting out no angry videos. But I do want to, I wanted to do a commentary about, oh, I'm on the wrong side, a commentary about this Metcalf dad demanding an apology. You know, that's a slap in the face. That is a deep slap in the face to that Anthony family. And all he wants is to rile up the black community and use that energy. Don't let him. You know what? Let our silence, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now that the trial is over, now that, they got what they wanted, the boy is in prison, and now that it's quiet, they have to sit with the consequences of their son's actions. Whether they want to admit it or not, they have to sit with the consequences of their son's actions, and they have to sit with the consequences of them being horrible parents and allowing their children to continue to terrorize a whole town. From what I hear, their children, these twin boys, were terrorists of that town. And yeah, they had, the court system on their side. They had, the police were on their side. The jury, obviously, on their side. They had the media is on their side. But now in that silence, they have to sit with the fact that their son is gone. Okay? They have to sit with that. And so instead of wanting to sit, because we know they never like to admit when they do stuff wrong. They never like to admit what they do wrong, right? And so now they're out there demanding this, that. Leave that family alone, first of all. But second of all, to the black community, to the salon, to, the American Indian, whatever you call yourself, to the black community, we don't have to respond in any kind of way to that. You know why? Because our silence to what he is doing is more hurtful for him. Because he would love for us to get online and be arguing and fussing and fighting and all of that other stuff. It keeps the attention off of what he did. You see what I'm saying? It keeps his attention off of what he did. It keeps his wife's attention off of what she did. It keeps his son, the one that survived this. It keeps his attention off of what they did to cause this issue. Their son's death is their fault. It's their fault. Because they should have had better control over their children. He's sitting on there, these people doing this and da 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 da. Well, we could say we got video now of your son jumping that poor boy with two other boys, and we can say the same thing. These people, we could say the same thing about these people, but we don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to. Let's save our energy. Let's save our precious energy and let that silence be what eats them alive. Because that's all that they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid the silence of accountability. Because in that silence, they have to sit and think, why did my son do that? Oh, I wish I would have told him not to go to that game. I heard that I heard that they were suspended or something. So, maybe I shouldn't have let my son go to that game. Maybe I should have told my son, leave that boy alone. Because maybe I shouldn't have encouraged them to jump that boy. Maybe I shouldn't have encouraged them to feel the way that they feel about people of color, about black people. Maybe I shouldn't have. His mother probably sitting there thinking about, when that boy was in her belly and all the joys, and maybe my love for him should have reached a little farther My love for him should have reached farther and told him, don't act like this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Respect people. Leave that boy alone. Those are the thoughts that they want to avoid having. That's the pain that they want to, because I don't care what nobody say. The loss of the loss of a child, you don't heal from that. I know, I work with people every day. The loss of a child, you don't heal from that. You think about that child all the time, all day, every day. And even when you think you over it, you're not over it. So that is what they are trying to avoid. He's out here, doing this because that silence is what's driving them up a wall. And so they would rather try and start a race war. They would rather try and rile up, the black community, by calling, we've been called all of that shit before. We've been called monkey. We've been called this. We've been called that. We get blamed for every damn thing. I'm a black woman, and I get blamed for everything. Everything that goes wrong in they will find a way. They're going to find a way to blame a black woman. Let them. Let them. It don't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. You know why? Because one son is in prison, and one son is in the ground, and one son has to deal with the guilt of starting a fight that ended his brother's life. Let them deal with that in our sight. Let our silence deal with him and deal with that family. Silence.